Hello everyone, welcome to the Two Cat Kitchen. Today we have a recipe to make nutritional tea from Taylor's Medicinal Garden. This is a Nettles and Oat Straw tea. Joining us today are Cynthia and Nick Taylor. Hi guys.
Hey!
And they're going to walk us through how to make this tea. Let's get right to it.
Oh yeah!
All right, here we go. We're going to start making the nutritional tea. Talk us through it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me know what I gotta do.
All right, so today we have a 2-quart jar, so that means there's 8 cups total. So if you were to do a quart jar, it would just be 4 cups. But we're gonna double everything. So for this one, we want a half a cup of nettles and a half a cup of oat straw. So it should be split. Or you could use the So Co Nutritional Tea and just do 1 cup, because this is already blended 50% each.
Sweet.
And where can people get the nutritional tea if they've already blended?
They can get it at South Coast Organics and Bulk Foods.
Okay.
Down in Wakefield, Rhode Island.
Nice. Is it cool if I start with the nettle?
Yeah, certainly. It doesn't matter which one you start with. I like to put on a little funnel just to kind of make sure it all goes into...
Keep your counter clean as well.
Well, we try to.
Yeah, we try. All right, and how many half
so
cups?
just 1 half cup
Deal.
each. And nettles, this one you're doing, is
Half cup right here.
yeah, it has 40% protein. It has iron, zinc, B vitamins, magnesium, calcium, vitamin C, E, A, potassium, riboflavin, niacin, chlorophyll, trace minerals, and fiber. It nourishes and restores the whole body. It also it's an adaptogen. It is soothing to inflammation, and it helps to nourish the musculoskeletal system.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's an amazing...
A lot of benefits.
It's an amazing herb. And that's why we like to do the infusion, which is what we're showing you today, to make the tea, because you steep it overnight. So that was the oat straw you just put in.
So let me just ask.
Yeah.
So Nick, you're using these bags of the herbs, but people don't have to buy big bags of them, right?
No, not at all.
So they could buy these herbs at the South Coast Organics and Bulk Foods? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
You'll find them in these
look
jars.
like this, and we could...
So how much would people buy? How many, do you have an idea about how many ounces that people would buy if they wanted to make, say, a couple of servings? I guess you could just buy a cup of each, right? Because you put a half cup of each in?
Correct. You could just buy a cup of each, which would be, yes. And to be honest, it's so light, it wouldn't...
It might not even be an ounce.
Maybe
half an ounce, honestly, with how light it is.
But we're guesstimating.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you come in and you ask, like if you want to make a tincture of this size, then we would know which one, how much to give you.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes. Or you could just buy the already prepared nutritional tea, which is the same thing. Yeah. And so the oat straw is a powerful multivitamin. It's very nourishing to all our cells and tissues. It also it has silica, iron, magnesium, zinc, calcium, protein, B vitamins, phosphorus, chromium, vitamins A and C. It's very nourishing and rebuilding of the nervous system. It's also very relaxing for the nervous system. And so it's a moistener, whereas nettles can be drying. Oat straw is a demulcent, so it's moistening, so they really complement each other. And together, it's like a big multivitamin.
Yeah.
And again, that's why we do the overnight infusion, because it's able to take out all of those minerals that you wouldn't get with just the tea. You'll get lots of benefits from the tea, but this brings out more and more of those minerals, trace minerals, and vitamins.
What a perfect blend. Honestly, that they just even each other out. That's awesome. Oh my God. Now that we have both of these half a cup each, what do we do next?
Well, now we want to, so we've already heated up our water, but you want to, we want to fill it all the way up to the top, and I'm going to show you, but you want your water to be almost boiling, but not boiling, so very hot. So I'm going to bring that over, and we're going to fill it up. Just kind of cover the tea
Nice.
This is the kind of recipe I can do. I pour boiling water on something.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's easy. If even Rick can do it.
Yes.
That's how easy it is.
All right, and then you want to put the top on as quickly
Nice
as
little lid
possible.
right here. Oh, as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and it seals in all the oils and goodness. And then you're just gonna want to perfecto.
Look at that.
Very easy.
And how long do you let this sit for?
It needs to sit for like 6 to 8 hours. So a lot of
Sweet.
times it's great to do at night and then go to bed, and in the morning you have it, or you could do it in the morning and then when you get home at night.
Wow, yeah.
But also a reminder that nettles is also a diuretic, so it will make you go pee.
Good to know.
So you don't
Definitely do it not before
I
bed
wouldn't
then.
drink it right before bed.
Or else you wake up in the middle of the day.
Yes.
Definitely go in the bathroom. Thank you so much. Whoa. This is perfect.
All right, so this one we're gonna let sit. And then we do have one that's already prepared, and we can show you how we strain it.
All right, so we're back, and this tea has actually steeped for 6 to 8 hours.
Correct,
And
yes.
you're going to see what the next step is after you've done that with your tea. Okay,
Okay,
take
yeah.
it away.
All right, so we have a couple options. So depending on what you like, so this is room temperature because it's been sitting. And so you can just open it up and you can put it in a cup and just drink it like
Nice
that.
little pop right there.
Well, yeah, you know that it was sealed. That's how you know it was sealed. So we're gonna show that first. So you just you really just pour it into the strainer. Let it sit.
Nice good mug of tea.
That's right. So then there you have it. So that would be your tea, and it's at room temperature. You can heat it up if you like. If you like it warm, you can add honey to it.
Definitely
I
add some
think
honey to it.
Yeah. I like it plain, but I know a lot of people that like honey. And so then with this, I pour it into another bowl, and then I'll put it in my compost. But I'll put it back here. And then for this one, if you say you wanted to do the whole jar and then put it back in, you could, because it can last up to 3 days in the fridge. But if you have it out, room temperature, it's only good for a day. So you just make sure you have your strainer and you just pour it in. And you can get a spoon if you want to press
Yes, smart.
all the goodies out. So if you want to lift it a little bit.
Of course.
And then you can just like push it out, get all the goodies. There we go. And then we'll discard that. So there's the tea, and then you can pour that into a jar.
Look at all that goodness right there.
Great. Hold on, sorry.
We can cut this part out.
Yeah, maybe cut this. Okay. So I only have the one jar.
That's okay. Because we were
Is
using
this part of the show?
Yeah, this is
we were
just-
using the other jar for this.
Yes, and then that's my discard jar. Okay, so oops. There we go.
The
Okay.
blooper reel would be pretty funny. All right.
All right. So you could have a jar already cleaned out, or you can clean this jar and then you would just pour it in. Let me see. Let me get the filter just in case. Just in case. Yeah. So just put that in there and then pour it. There you go.
If you go to the bulk store, you know how good of a pourer I am. So
That's true. And you can say you want to keep it for 3 days. You can always label it with what it is and put the date on it. You just put it back up. You want to keep the top on it, and then yes, you can refrigerate it, or you can drink a nice cup of tea.
Excellent.
voila!
That's great. Super easy and super good for you. Right here on the Two Cat Kitchen. Well, that wraps up our recipe for today. Thanks to Cynthia and Nick for showing us how it's done.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, thank you.
And thank you all for joining us here. We'll see you next time on the Two Cat Kitchen.
Bye.
The culinary two-cat show.